علي دجالة. النهارده فرح يا جدعان، النهارده فرح يا جدعان.
Spray. Relief. You two take care of labor.
Only intended for a plane capsule.
You don't want to die of cold. Toll free.
Do you guys write ever? Do you like sit down and write to get like good?
I used to.
Did we? What was your question? Sorry.
Do you guys ever like sit down and write?
Right, like just like journal or what?
Yeah, basically. Just like write about shit. Like try to orient your thoughts. Try to straighten
Yeah,
out
if
what you're
I
thinking.
write stuff down like I need to like remember shit.
Mhm.
I can't remember shit if I don't. If I write a little message on my phone or something.
Yep.
But
So-
just sitting down and writing out your thoughts.
No, I haven't done that in a while.
I haven't done it in a while, but that's a great. That has gotten.
I
me
reflect in
through-
my own head a lot.
It's gotten me
Yeah.
through like traumatic periods.
Yeah.
Just sitting down and writing shit out makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of makes it real, like in a sense, like that you're right. You're getting it down to paper. You know,
Right.
it's not just a passing thought. You know.
Right. I did it last night, and I think I'm retarded. I
You misspelt every word. You're like, oh god, I'm not good at this.
thankfully it was on my computer, so I had autocorrect on. But I sat down, and it was so hard to keep like one idea in my head
Yeah.
and just write about like
Sure.
one single idea.
It's good for your brain though.
It has to be
Yeah.
so good because it's
Very
so
good.
hard to keep just one thing.
You get better at it as you go. I've always found when I'm in the flow of writing, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good writer. I've written some really good essays, and I always just dread the idea of writing an essay. But whenever I do, it's always pretty good. And once I get in the zone on it, I can just fly. It feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, your suicide letter someday is gonna be just beautiful.
I'm gonna have pristine grammar in my suicide letter.
There is something nice about like a suicide note.
Oh,
You can just
yeah.
write anything. Like you
can,
don't have to
yeah.
worry how it comes off.
Nope.
Because if it comes off really bad, you just killed yourself. So like
Yeah.
It's not your problem anymore.
it's not your
Yeah.
problem.
Or you could
Exactly.
fuck with people, like write a grocery list out and then kill yourself.
That would be nice.
Right? Yeah. Right. Something
what does it
super
mean?
bizarre in your like some code word that doesn't mean shit. Like
The Zodiac Sudoku puzzle.
yeah. Right. Your loved ones will be spending the rest of their lives trying to crack it. Doesn't mean shit.
They crack it, it's just my Pornhub password, and they're
Drink-
like, oh no.
Drink Ovaltine.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Yeah.
suicide notes, man.
Yeah.
Okay, people who kill themselves without leaving a suicide note is kind of wild to me.
It's kind of nice.
Without a note,
Yeah, it's kind of nice just to do it and don't make like a big deal about it.
right? Yeah, right. Because people who write suicide notes, it's not everything's about you, man.
Oh my
You know what I
god,
mean?
I've been feeling so sad recently.
It's like
It's
you
nice
die,
just to
you
do
want
it.
them to grieve, and then you're picturing your loved ones poring over this note that you wrote,
Yeah.
and that gets you off somehow.
Oh, they're gonna know that
fuck.
they all did me wrong. These are my 13 reasons why.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you guys?
Suicide notes are very gay.
I just think either way, like even if you're telling someone off in a suicide note or whether you leave no suicide note, you're still gonna that person's always gonna wonder, like why.
Yeah. There's a good book about
Or unless you're
suicide.
to the point in your suicide note, you're like, this is why. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Closure.
Do you think people have one reason that they kill themselves, or is it a plethora of being ugly?
That's a good question. It's probably a plethora, but it comes down to the one thing of just depression.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. And many things can cause depression.
What is,
Yeah.
do people kill themselves for reasons other than depression?
Financial
Financial
too.
losses.
That's probably the
big
highest.
time.
That's probably the highest factor.
Every Forensic
Yeah.
Files episode I've ever seen, it's been over like whether it's murder or whether it's a suicide, it's over financial shit.
Every single one.
Just about.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to kill my wife for insurance money. It's always money motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money and sex, man. Those are the two biggest reasons
Mhm.
for.
Money and sex. And
For
then money
crimes.
is just like sex. You know, money just like to have more sex.
Right. Well, it's
Sure.
like that. It's like that dude in Colorado that killed his wife and 2 daughters, and then like put them in like septic tanks.
Chris Watts.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was banging that hot side piece, but it's just like you could just keep banging your side piece, but then he's like, but then I gotta pay child support, and then I gotta file for divorce. My wife gets half my shit. It's just easier if I just kill every single one of them. You know.
It's not easier. I can't. It blows my fucking mind. You're hearing about guys like that, dude. It's
that's their logic
they
though. They're
think
like,
that-
I don't want to pay for all this shit.
you take this small
It's,
problem.
once again, financially
you
motivated.
take this small problem of a wife and kids left behind, even if you're breaking your wife's heart, if it's gonna crush your life just by losing your family, that's still such a tiny problem in comparison to having 15 detectives in your house trying to figure out what you did with your wife and kids.
They almost always get caught too.
Well, we only hear about the ones that get caught.
That is true. Yeah, there's ones that don't get caught, I guess.
Do you guys think there's a serial killer out there that is like
that
has-
finished his family and then he's out and about?
No, that just has the highest kill count that of all time, but no one knows about him yet.
Yes, for sure. Every serial killer that we know about is like a shitty serial killer
Because they got
Kinda,
caught.
yeah.
because they got caught. Yeah.
There's a couple of them that have like just turned themselves in because they were bored of not getting caught.
That's very
Like
That's-
Ed, like I think it's Ed Helms.
that's very high test.
No,
to
that's
do
not
that.
that's an actor, I think.
Ed Helms. Yeah, that's Andy in The Office.
Oh fuck. No, I'm trying to think of that guy that he lived with his mother and like he was like killing like these young co-eds. What the fuck was his name?
Ed Kemper.
Ed Kemper, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he got caught, but he did
He
turn himself
confessed.
in. Yeah,
He was bored of getting away with it. So he was literally friends with some of the guys in the PD, and he literally just like over like a drink,
yeah,
like
that's right.
confessed
They
to
thought
a
it
guy.
was a joke.
Yeah, and they're like, dude,
oh,
you're fucking with us, dude.
good old boy Ed here is playing a joke on us,
Fucking
saying he
Ed.
killed all these girls. No,
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
And it was because he hated his mother too.
He killed her.
He killed
I
his
think
mom
he
too.
did.
He decapitated his mom, fucked her head.
Yep.
And then the rest of the co-eds that because I think she was a college professor, maybe.
Mhm.
I think that's what her job was. But he killed a lot of young college girls, and it was his thing. He would decapitate them, and then he would face their heads towards like where his mother's bedroom was. He was doing that for the longest time until he finally killed his mom.
I don't like that.
It was just out of resentment.
That sucks.
But Ed Kemper's interesting because he's got a lot of audiobooks. He's very like well spoken and well read.
yeah, he's very open to public interviews too.
You can listen to an audiobook. You like listen to Ed Kemper read you Catcher in the Fucking Rye. You're like, what the fuck?
Wow, really?
Yeah, you can. Look up Ed Kemper like in your Audible next time. I'm sure he's read
I didn't know
of.
that. I didn't know about the.
He's done quite a
audiobooks.
few. It's insane.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting to me what some serial killers are like they kind of get off on telling their story, and then others like Israel Keys didn't want to say anything about
Yo,
because he was concerned about his family. He didn't want his family to know all the things he did.
yo.
What kind of serial killer would you be? Would you want to tell the world?
I would not. No, I'd probably keep it to myself. I'd keep it on the down low.
Keep it real low key and just
Yeah.
live with your demons.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I mean, it's probably cathartic to tell people. It probably like feels better,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, it just means at one point they were like, I need to stop.
Well, if they're doing
No.
it for notoriety's sake, I mean that's what these spree killers do, right? A lot of school shooters do it because they want to go down in infamy.
Yeah.
You know, they want to finally be somebody because they have no shot at getting their name remembered.
Yeah, some of them do it
Another
for the
way.
fame or for the HBO doc or Netflix doc that comes out about
right?
them, you know?
Yeah. And dude, a lot of these guys can get serious ass in prison
Yeah.
from women.
Well, fucking Bundy was fucking broads and got one pregnant while he was in jail.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was his wife that he married while he was in prison.
Yeah, they just get mail full of nudes in prison.
Yeah, like Manson was just getting like just pornos sent to him basically, like just girls spreading their pussies, going, "Come on, stick a fucking knife in it."
Yeah.
Babes love killers.
It's bad boy, man. It's that bad boy not giving a fuck about authority that hooks him in.
Rebel without a cause.
Yeah.
Babes say that they don't even like killers, but they do.
I think deep down it's somebody who is because it takes balls to kill.
I think just murder fascinates people because like people can't fathom it, you know,
Right.
because they've never reached that point in their life.
Right.
Just a taboo topic.
I think though these women like the idea of the killer rather than the killer themselves.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think it's the idea of it. Just someone who doesn't care about authority, who's not stopped by authority, who's strong enough to fulfill their own desires without taking it, without being slowed down by the law,
Yeah.
being bound by the restraints of society.
It's kind of like how Kanye keeps getting hot chicks. They're like, he's just such a bad boy.
Dude, that girl that he's with right now is so hot.
Bianca,
they split.
They just split.
They just
Did
split.
She said that she can't.
bad.
She can't do anymore because of his tirade.
She can't deal with the death
Is
threats.
tirade or tirade? Tirade.
Tirade.
Can you still buy that swastika T-shirt online?
They took it down. I
Sold
think.
out.
Ah, sold out. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. That would not surprise me at all.
No.
Do you guys have a favorite Kanye tweet?
I didn't look at them. I only saw a few.
My favorite was the one about the kids in wheelchairs.
Oh, he turned down. He turned down like 3 Make-A-Wish kids' wishes. Yeah,
He's like, this week.
dude, that one got me going too, man.
I was like in tears laughing at that. Oh, fuck.
I liked how he said he was the best thing that's ever happened to music since Wagner,
Yeah.
and then in parentheses, Hail Hitler. Right after that.
Did you send that one to your brother?
I did, yeah. I
Yeah,
did.
you're like, can you believe this shit?
I got a kick out of that one.
Oh, that's funny.
He's still going too. He hasn't stopped tweeting.
Well, he walked it back too. He was just like, I'm just kidding. He's like, I love all people, I love Jews, I love handicapped people.
he did walk it back.
I don't think
He
he
wa-
walked it back, dude.
Keep looking. He walked it back a little bit.
And then he walked that.
And then he walked that
he
forward
walked
again.
No, he.
I love Jews in parentheses. Hail Hitler.
Yeah.
oh,
Good
fuck.
lord. I don't know. That tells me that nothing fucking matters. If someone can be that successful and behave that way, no, nothing matters.
He's lost some money over
Well,
the years
yeah.
because of it.
Yeah.
There's been some financial ruin on his end.
And he's very
Is it
disgraced.
ruin though? I wouldn't say ruin.
I wouldn't say he's disgraced.
You know
well,
what?
He,
I-
no,
okay,
he is
let me-
disgraced,
Let
but
let me
but
walk
he's still
this back.
famous.
Nothing matters as long as you're mentally ill and narcissistic.
Well, no one's not gonna. No one's gonna be like he was the greatest rapper alive. They're like he was the best insane person alive.
Nobody's gonna sponsor him.
No,
Nobody's gonna be like, eh.
well, like the KKK will sponsor him.
Yeah.
Like we actually like the direction. You're our favorite black person. We haven't liked many black people over the years. You are the Uncle Tom, Uncle Ye.
Yeah, use our code KKK, 10% off any hoods. Just like, what would being sponsored by them look like?
Make sure you use the promo code Yay. If you want to get a discount on those swastika T-shirts.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Call
that-
433 Nazi sign.
There's no Nazis. You're like trying to find the Nazi sign on your keyboard. You're like, where is that? I guess I'll just use the dash dash dot.
It's just a spicy pound sign.
yeah, the spicy pound.
Yeah, well, I mean, and he's such a dumbass. Like, I think that in a lot of people's minds, they're just gonna look at Kanye as just a huge dumbass,
Yeah,
just an
Oh, yeah.
attention-seeking psycho.
Mentally ill.
I don't really listen to his music anymore. I mean, it's kind of soured his music for me.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
When he drops
it's an
new shit,
art
you're not
versus
listening to
artist
it.
thing?
no,
Yeah.
no.
I'm hearing his music on TikTok though. That one he did with his. Have you guys seen the video where he's got his daughters in it? He had his daughters write a song, like I think North
No,
and
I'm just first I'm hearing.
I don't know
this.
Leaf.
I didn't know he had kids.
He's got several
Yeah,
with Kim.
yeah,
He's got
North.
like 4 or 5.
Kim was pregnant and gave birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You missed that whole part of the Kardashians on season
did.
season 11.
I did.
Yeah, bro, you got to catch up.
Yeah, they were married for
Falling off.
years. I mean, obviously you knew he was married to Kim K, but you probably didn't know how many
Yeah.
kids they had.
She probably had a surrogate.
You know, what impresses me, fucking Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
How he just keeps landing hotties, dude. It's insane,
Dude, it's probably the fame aspect of it.
bro. Well, I think it's just like funny guys at the end of the day kind of get the girl too.
Funny guys, and then he's got money.
personality,
He's good
too.
personality. Yeah.
yeah.
Tall.
Famous.
Tall for
Attractive.
sure. Yeah, he's tall as fuck.
He's a good looking guy.
Mhm.
He's not ugly by any means.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. I
He
mean,
looks unique.
Yeah, he does.
you
Yep.
see him getting roasted online for his butthole eyes, though. Have you ever seen those comments? He's got those sunken butthole eyes. He hates it, dude. He
Have
talks
you heard
about
his
it.
SNL song?
No.
I'm just Pete.
Oh, the knockoff like Barbie parody
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm just Pete.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
insecure and I'm on drugs. Something like that.
Yeah. I'll listen to it sometimes as like a song.
Yeah. SNL's got some good parody bangers.
Yeah.
they
Adam,
do.
tell us about this job interview.
Dude, it went well. I think my boss is a big stoner. He just
Okay.
seems that way anyway.
How can you tell?
I think if well, the thing is, I overdressed. I wore, every interview I go to, I'm wearing a dress shirt, dress pants, dress shoes, hair slicked
it's
up.
a good impression.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It shows them I give a shit.
They
I
respond,
want the
yeah,
job.
exactly.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
was
yeah.
in person.
Yeah, this was in-person interview.
You went to Red
I
Bull
had a phone.
headquarters.
Yeah.
You went to Red Bull
No,
HQ.
I went to their distribution center that's in Menominee, a half an hour away from Eau Claire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
Wait, you live in Eau Claire?
Yes, I live in Eau Claire. You guys have almost given away my address in the podcast.
dude, what's
you're
your
like,
address?
you're like, if you guys want the Adams address, it was when I was like, I went upstairs to take a shit, and you guys were in my basement, like just giving away my information.
If you want Adam's address, hit up our Patreon.
We haven't posted shit in the
Drop
Patreon.
$2. It's just gonna be your address posted, just
Yeah,
like the
that's-
Nazi, just like the Nazi sweater.
Address. Yeah.
Click this link and you'll just get Adam's address. It's part of our merch package.
There's got to be at least one fan that like tries to kill me and
Oh, yeah.
get a lock of my hair.
So you go there, you're dressed looking nice. You
Yeah.
meet the guy.
His name's DJ.
Okay.
Yep. And he was wearing like a beanie. He was just wearing like a Red Bull vest and
Do you
like.
think he's a stoner
some
because his name
joggers.
is DJ?
No, just kind of like his energy. He said dude a lot, and he kept dropping like the F bomb and S word. Like he was just cussing. Like it was almost like I was talking to him. Like I was having a drink with a guy at the bar.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Was he on a Segway?
That would have been fucking funny. He's like, just so you know, this comes with the job. You get your own personal Segway. And I'm like, this is nice.
Was he riding a Peloton? while you guys were
Peloton!
in the interview?
So
Peloton's making vehicles now. It's a treadmill that moves with you.
would you do like marketing for Red Bull?
Yeah. You set up displays. You try to push the product and stuff like that.
You set up displays. That makes me think you're going to be going to grocery stores.
Oh yeah, of course. That's where they're selling Red Bull.
Okay.
Yeah, your convenience stores, gas stations, just anywhere that could sell Red Bulls.
And you set up a display in the gas station, like
Well-
a pyramid of them, and you're like, do you want to buy these?
No, not necessarily.
Are you giving out free samples of Red Bull at the store?
So yes and
Little
no.
communion
It's going to
of
be a
Red Bull.
combination of trying to sell the product and then also stocking the locations that we already have. Just restocking it and then trying to get them to buy even more of it.
I can see this job quickly turning into you just stocking Red Bull at gas stations.
Well, that's fine.
okay.
That's what you.
I could
you
use
fine
something
with that?
physical.
It is
Dude,
for-
I've been
yeah,
working
sure.
remote for 3 years and I've been getting yelled at by like cancer patients and transplant members.
So sad.
I'm pretty over it. I get why they killed the CEO at this point. Like, I want to kill myself.
I think my job sucks sometimes, and I just think of yours.
Yeah.
And I feel way better. Your job's really hard.
Well, 9 times out of 10, you're getting a phone call where you're going to get yelled at.
Yelled at by
Yeah,
somebody
dude.
dying.
And just
And then you have to,
500
like-
of those
It's
calls
most
a
of the
day.
time, yeah. It's most of the time you're getting those calls.
You have a very hard job.
Well, 500 calls, an average of 500 calls a day amongst 25 of us. So it's just you're getting you're never have like you just not a single point where you're not talking. Like you're just constantly like
And like
freestyling,
defending. Like
defending a shitty company that
Yeah.
got their CEO fucking killed. Free
Yeah.
Luigi.
Yeah, sure. How often do you empathize with patients?
I have to empathize pretty heavily.
Sure,
I
do you-
totally understand where they're
Do
coming
you
from.
take their side often?
I
on
eat
things?
their shit, dude.
Yeah,
I
okay.
eat. That's the best way to do it. You gotta hear them out too, and just
Yep.
let them get it out too.
Right.
yeah.
Gotten a lot of those.
I see
and like
that-
a lot of times I turned it around, which I think is the only rewarding part of my job is like,
Right.
oh, dude, your claim's gonna be covered. You'll be fine. Like I know it's denied right now, but just give it a few more days. It's gonna reprocess. It'll be fine.
Can you approve claims?
No, that's not. No, I
So
just,
you
I
just
push it onto
justify.
I push it onto the guy that does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, insurance sucks, man. I see it at the clinic a lot. People coming in and like their mycophenolate was denied, which is you probably get that a lot. It's
Yeah,
for
dude,
transplant
they're surgical
patients.
procedures.
Mhm,
It's
yeah.
fucked up, man.
Yeah, and they come in. I'm like, I know it sucks so hard.
Mhm.
They think like anybody in medicine is part of the insurance infrastructure.
Yeah.
and we're not at all. Like the docs,
Not at all.
doctors hate insurance more than maybe anybody.
Dude, yeah, I talk to providers constantly. I'll
Yeah.
I'll have a physician calling me, or like maybe the office assistant to the physician,
Yeah,
and I'm getting bitched up on both ends.
Oh,
It's a mix of calls. I'll talk to providers and I'll talk to members.
that job sucks,
Yeah,
dude.
it's not great.
You're way too personable to just be being beat up.
Yeah, and ironically enough, like Red Bull's paying more, and I'm like, yeah, I'll find
Really?
it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't see a downside then.
Yeah, it is physical labor on top of it, so there's some incentive to it, and then you get
Right.
bonuses on top of it. So
Could
like,
you
I'm down.
could you pull some strings maybe and get them to sponsor us?
That would be cool as fuck. I don't know how much Red Bull we'd really
We'd have
push
to be
for them.
doing a podcast while skydiving.
We gotta have
thing
some
to get-
viewers.
We have Nick.
We sell like one Red Bull.
It's like a guy's like, I would have bought it anyway, but
Nick,
Yeah.
buy that Red Bull.
Oh shit.
that's funny.
Yeah.
I got a hypothetical for you guys.
Okay.
So I've been listening to a lot of I've been getting philosophy videos on my feed.
Okay,
YouTube
okay.
feed lately.
Like some AI video of like Socrates, like Socrates just like telling you some shit.
You said it wrong twice in two different ways.
How do you say Socrates? Is it Socrates?
Socrates.
Socrates.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Fuck you, LeSueur Henderson High School, you
Yeah.
piece of shit.
This
You
is the
did me
product of
wrong,
that
and this
high
guy has to
school, right?
correct me like the Nazi grammar person he is.
Bro, you should have just been born in Blaine.
Mm-hmm.
No, just raised by the Hartmans, by a speech, by a speech pathologist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's land, you peasant. Your mom's like just beating me into like speaking correctly.
I'm gonna lend you to the fucking afterlife if you don't say this right.
So what do you got?
Okay, yeah. your
All right,
point,
so
yeah.
this is something that I've actually considered periodically throughout my life. Every time, okay, so you can save one of two individuals in a certain situation, a 30-year-old or a toddler. What is the best option for which one to save?
I'm saving the toddler.
Why?
The 30-year-old, he's like a third of the way through his life. He's seen enough.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. A 30-year-old has 30 years of experience
Yep.
of memories, education. There's been time invested into him. He's a more productive member of society.
Yeah, but then you're like dropping a baby down a cliff.
A
I don't
baby,
want
you
to do
can
that.
just make a new one right away. The baby doesn't contribute anything. You can make a new one right away. It doesn't have enough experience. I think the death of a 30-year-old is more tragic than the death of a baby. The baby, what it has going on its side is innocence,
Okay.
which is what makes it tragic.
Potential though, potential at the same time.
But potential or actualization of the 30-year-old. Because
You
the
would-
30-year-old, it's like all that education, all those relationships they build up, their circle of friends. A baby doesn't have any friends.
That's true.
You know, baby doesn't know anything. You haven't spent time and effort and hours slaving away to gain knowledge, to learn a trade, to learn a skill, right? The 30-year-old you can't replace instantly. A baby you can replace in 9 months. So why is it So why is it universally?
Ryan's like, abort the fucker.
Why is it universally agreed upon that you should save the baby?
Oh shit. If you ever get convicted as a pedophile, just use that as an example. Just be like, I don't even like kids. If I had to choose between, if I'm holding a 30-year-old or a toddler on the edge of a cliff, I'm not saving the toddler. I'm saving the 30-year-old. Listen, guys, I didn't do this.
I think. Can you talk to the 30-year-old and the kid, or are they in like glass chambers?
Should we do a
Yeah, I would-
hypothetical where you've got the 30-year-old on your left arm and the baby on the right arm,
Right.
And
Or
they're
we could just
dangling off
make
the
it
cliff.
like a trolley problem, so that way there's
Okay,
not
a
like
trolley, a tray. Yep.
Yeah.
They're both tied to two tracks, and you can choose which track
Yeah.
it switches to.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
talk to them?
I'm gonna say no.
All right. Well, 30-year-old has to go.
Yeah, dude.
You're taking away more life from the toddler. They have 70 years. The 30-year-old has, whatever,
Sure.
40 years then.
So you're thinking of a future potential.
Yeah. There's just you're taking away more life from.
Okay.
And also, let's say you have to watch it go down too when you make your decision. Like you're forced to see like the result of it. Would you rather just? Do you really want to watch a baby get run over by a train?
I don't want to watch either.
It'd
of
be
them get run
lame.
over by a
Watching a
train.
30-year-old get hit by a train would be way cooler because there's a lot
Yeah, I've
more
seen
like
it on, like,
blood
I've seen
and
it on Reddit.
muscle. Yeah.
Did you hear about that guy on the New York subway tracks that got pushed and he survived?
Yeah, if you, like
Did he get hit?
like a month ago.
He got hit. Yeah, he got hit, but he survived. He was under the fucking train. They had to pull him out. He had
That's
He had a lot of
wild
broken bones, but he
experience. Holy
survived.
shit.
That'd be odd. That would suck.
So Joe, you're looking at it more of a future potential as opposed to past history on and what's been invested into this individual.
Yeah, because I think you can like extrapolate it out. So, what would you rather save, a baby or a 99-year-old? Probably a baby, right?
A baby.
Because
Yep.
you're taking away much less life. So now it's just let's take it a little ways back and make him 30 and keep the baby a baby. Like you're taking less life if you kill the 30-year-old.
What about a 20-year-old?
I mean, still, if we're
Still?
using the same logic, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all about future potential and life left to live.
It's not that I have anything against the
That you're
20 or
taking away.
30-year-old. It's just that like I don't want to kill a baby either.
Oh, you don't want to kill it either.
It's a tough. Yeah, and
That's
you don't want
the
to kill
thing,
it
yeah.
either. But like it's just like yeah.
well,
you-
and it's the
you-
thing is you're not killing them in this example. You're picking one to save.
yeah. And one's easier to lift off the tracks than the other after the math.
Mm-hmm.
Less strenuous.
Yeah,
Less
yeah.
physical work required.
That's why I like the idea of like they're dangling off a cliff. Like I'll let go of the heavy 30-year-old
Yeah.
who might be overweight. Or he might just slip out of my hands because
Okay.
I don't have that good of upper arm strength.
anorexic 30-year-old, and fat ass toddler, like 4-year-old.
Yeah, but even the fattest toddler is like 20 pounds. I'd rather.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to save the baby.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie The Good Son?
Nope.
It's Macaulay Culkin after he did the Home Alone series and a young Elijah Wood. So Macaulay Culkin, he's a psycho. So what happens is Elijah Wood's parents die in a car accident or something, and he gets adopted by his aunts and uncles. Well, his fucking cousin he's the same age as him, and they go to the same school and shit. But the kid's like, he's doing typical shit for like his, as a young kid, you're curious, you're smoking cigarettes, you're trying to be a badass, right? But he's doing fuck shit. Like there's one scene where they throw a dummy off of a bypass and like 20 cars get smashed and like people die and shit. People get sent to the hospital and he's like, wasn't that cool? But at the end of the movie, his cousin goes against him and tells the parents all the fuck shit he's been doing. And the mom is like, I don't know how they get to this point. I think there's like the kid's trying to threaten him with a knife because they live off of a cliff. And he's trying to kill his own mom. But then the kid slips and he's at the cliff and she's got her psycho son in one arm and then her nephew in the other. And she fucking spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the fucking movie, it's been 2 decades. So fucking catch up. But she lets go of Macaulay Culkin and just watches him fucking fall.
Wait, Macaulay Culkin's her son?
Yeah, it's her son, but he's a fucking sociopath.
I would do that. Yeah, that's probably the right move.
And he was just trying to kill her like 5 minutes before him with a
Yeah,
fucking knife.
That's definitely the right move then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think of it that way. Like you're holding a 30-year-old, you're holding a baby. Which one's lighter?
Yeah. Yeah. I think in that case, so back to Ryan's thing, if you have like 2 people of the same age, I think that you can actually assign like values to them. I think like
Yeah.
one person can be more valuable. Like the crazy person, Macaulay Culkin, it's like better to kill him if you have to choose because the other one is more valuable.
Yeah.
To society at least.
Mhm.
Maybe not on a cosmic level, they're probably not more valuable, but just to society.
Mhm.
A not insane person is worth more.
Yeah, like even though it was her own kid, she was just like, I don't want to raise Dexter Morgan. I'm good. Woo.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is why you were making the qualifying question of, can you talk to them? Can you talk to the 30-year-old?
Yeah, because
Maybe he'd agree. Maybe he'd be like,
because he's like, Mom,
If
don't
he's
let
like
me
a
go."
high-end doctor,
Mhm.
but who wouldn't say that they're somebody super valuable at that point? And,
Yeah.
try to convince you that their life is worth saving.
yeah. And it's tough too, because if this is like, if you're in a scenario where it is a doctor and it's, whatever, you're living in like a small colony,
Yeah.
I would kill the baby every time because in the long run, you're saving more lives, saving the doctor.
Like you're on,
Sure.
yeah, like you're on like an island. You have to take a fucking ferry
Yeah.
to. Like he's the only doctor on the island.
You have to save the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because hypothetically, he's gonna save more lives.
To say
in the
that
long run.
everybody's life is just as valuable as the next person is like, that's insane. It's insane. Everybody is worth something different.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, totally.
To society,
Totally. Just to society, yeah.
Mm.
but
Yeah.
not to the universe itself.
But I mean, if we speak on like a cosmic level, everybody's life is the same. And
Yes.
also,
Yes.
like some people could say like it means nothing. And maybe it does, or maybe life is like this crazy thing that does mean everything. So then 2 lives.
So
mean
you don't think
everything.
God is a homeless man on a bus?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
No, I lean towards no.
I'm gonna lean towards no on that one too. I have yet to see the evidence.
What if God was one of us?
Yeah, it's all relative too, man. Like your life is everything to your mother.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
But your life is really meaningless to somebody that has never met you.
That's true.
Yeah, your life is really meaningless to somebody who is like trying to kill you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you're watching the news and you see someone got into a wreck and died, and you're like, I didn't know them.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to
You're
say.
like, it's sad, but I don't know them.
Yeah, yeah. We're not wired to care for that. We're not wired to like, if you know, there was a car accident in Turkey today where somebody died. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. It's just like if
It's
if
not
it relates to you,
evolutionarily advantageous to care that much about people you don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's impossible.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Unless it's 9/11.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that.
But
begs-
they're Americans, so we still kind of have that like
Right.
relational.
and it
thing.
was
the sense
it was,
of unity.
and it was
Yeah.
random too. Like, there's a reason why
It
gang
wasn't an
gang
inside
violence doesn't
job.
affect us as much because I'm not a gang member, right? When you
Yeah.
see gang violence or third world country violence,
Mm.
but a random attack that when you could attribute that as happening to anybody could happen to you.
Well, and like I have
That's
a lot of
what people
firefighters
care
on my mom's side too. So like, yeah, you know, they talk about that shit all the time. That could have been one of us. I'm like, you guys live in like Gibbon, where there's like 50 people in that town. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Could have been one of us.
Al
man.
Qaeda could take out any one of us at any time.
Could have been any one of us, brother. You're like, you're nowhere near New York City.
Yeah. Dude, being a firefighter would be so cool.
Well, most of these small towns they're volunteer firefighters,
Yeah.
so they'll help out like to the nearest town or whatever is like in their district.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's entirely voluntary.
Can
Like
volunteer firefighters never get drunk or high?
I think
or-
there's some sort of tax benefits to it or like medical
Are
benefits.
they always
but-
are they always on call then?
Okay, so my cousins, my cousins and my uncles that are like volunteer firefighters, they always have some sort of like intercom or some sort of beeper, some transmitter
Yeah.
that like they'll get an alert and it'll go off. Then you'll hear the message. Like it's like a police interceptor basically.
Mhm.
But and they'll get alerts if they need to go to a
They
fire.
have it
or
on
not.
them on all the time.
Usually, I see them.
Wow.
I usually always see it
Yeah. Wow.
on their person.
That's a lot.
But then it's just like if you're getting hammered watching the Vikings on a Sunday, like you're not gonna fucking focus on that shit.
How much
You're gonna be
faster-
hammered and then going to a fire scene.
How much faster is a fire pole than just going down the stairs?
Pretty fast, I think.
Probably
no?
saves what 10 seconds maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Why is that such a widespread thing?
You're in a rush, man. It's a fire.
So why are they always hanging out on the why are they always hanging out on the top floor? If it's that much of a fucking problem having to go downstairs before you get in the fire truck,
That is true.
just
That's a
maybe
good
make your
point.
lounge spot on the first floor.
Yeah, why did you guys make the changing room like on the first level? You guys can just get out of here.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's got to be 8 floors up.
8 floors up, elevator too slow, escalator way too slow.
Way too slow.
The last time we tried going down the stairs and we were way too late. Everybody died.
man's got a
So we
point.
gotta we got
Got a
maybe
point.
8 seconds sooner.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
just use a children's toy on a playground.
Ryan's like, why is this Magic Mike? Quit using the pole.
Yeah. Their hours are cool too. They work like 72 hours on, 72 off. Or like 48
Okay,
on, 48
shit.
off. So they just like live at the fire station.
Well, I think right now too with the LA fires and like the Canada
Yeah.
fires, like that everyone's going through, like you practically live there.
It'd be
I'm sure.
dope to be an air firefighter, someone in that drops
Drops
loads of
that-
water
yeah,
via
dude.
plane or
A smoke jumper.
helicopter.
Shit.
Is that what they call them?
Mhm, smoke jumpers.
Shit.
Yeah. Super sick job.
Yeah.
All dudes.
Well, yeah, I was watching some copters just collecting like ocean water and they're just dumping it. on the
why all
fires.
dudes?
I don't know. It's all dudes.
That's just the way it is, or it has to be that way.
No, it's kind of funny. I heard about this on a podcast like 2 days ago, and the guy was talking about it's like all guys.
Yeah, there's not a lot of women that
Well, there's probably not a lot.
fight fires.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they get prisoners to do it. I know a guy who was in prison for 4 years. COVID hits, fires break out. He got out of prison early to fight fires for 3 years.
Hmm. And they're trying to pass a thing right now because there's so many inmates that are actually volunteer firefighters.
Yeah.
They're trying to get them better pay.
Because that's a weird one, right? To be
Yeah.
a prisoner and then have to fight a fire for $1
Yeah,
a day
you're
or
doing a
something.
service for sure.
Yeah,
Isn't it
that's a weird one.
volunteer at that point, or are you forced to fight fires? Because that seems like
It is voluntary. Like it's a
Yeah.
program that you sign up through the prison.
Yeah, voluntary and you get paid.
Yep. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Fire County on Peacock?
no. I haven't seen 99%.
That's what
of
it's
the
about.
things
It's
that-
about the prison program. The brother from the Bates Motel's in it. I forget the fucking actor's name, but it's a good show.
Dude, I don't have time to watch that many shows. Shows are so long.
I know.
It's like 80 hours.
You just pump it out in a
Watch it.
weekend when you got nothing else going on.
80 hours worth of show over a
Not like
weekend.
80 hours. It just depends on how. Like, if it's a new show and there's like 1 or 2 seasons, I'll fucking crank
Because
it
I
out.
watched Tires yesterday.
Yeah. Tires is
Watched right
quick.
through it.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
It goes
It
by
is
so
good.
fast.
Did you
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's got a charm to it.
Yep.
Because isn't
For
it like
sure.
8? Like
Yeah,
they have
like
like
a lot.
6 or 8, 7 episodes.
6 episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you watched it.
It's just
Yeah,
easy to
thank-
condense. I think just
I
to
love the
consume. I
what
should
do they
say.
call them? The WAP boys, the 2 guys.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
The Wops.
Andrew Schultz.
Why
is
are
one
they
of them.
Why are they called the WAPs?
Because they're Italian.
WAP is a slang term for Italian. It's like a
Oh,
racial
shit, that
term.
Makes sense. Those
yeah.
guys are great.
Yeah.
Without papers.
Yeah, without papers.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
'cause they're busting it in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Shit, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. Gillis is like, here's the wops. Dirty, greasy wops.
Shit.
Dude, they're just mind blown by that the guy could draw tits and change how big their size of the boobs were.
Schultz was perfect.
way.
Yeah, he killed that shit.
yeah.
Schultz.
Schultz is good. He's gotten a little annoying recently, but yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a big fan of their podcast.
Not anymore. No.
No. The
no.
Flagrant Boys.
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
No. You know whose podcast sucks so fucking hard?
Ours.
Yep. And your mom's house, your mom's basement.
Your mom's house.
Your mom's
I
house?
haven't watched it in a while, so I wouldn't. Yeah.
'Cause it
I
sucks.
only tune in when they have
Whose
a good guest.
podcast is it?
Segura.
Tom Segura? I
Tom
thought it was
Segura
just Two
and,
Bears,
his
Two
wife,
Bears, One
Christina.
Cave. Oh,
That's
he's-
him with
Bert
that
Kreischer.
fat guy. Yeah. Kreischer.
No, you're talking about Two Bears, One Cave. That's Tom and Bert.
Yep.
Yep.
No, but I'm talking about your mom's house. I'm specifically
The one he's
talking
got
about-
with his wife,
Yep,
Christina Pazinski.
Why does it suck?
I think Segura just got wealthy and he's such like a egomaniac
Yep.
dipshit.
Well, that's
Yeah,
kinda like-
same with Kreischer.
when you
He's such
listen
an
when you listen to
egomaniac
Two Bears,
dipshit.
that's how it is. Yeah.
And that's the same with what is it?
Flagrant. They got some
Flagrant,
bread
yeah.
and they're out of touch with reality.
Completely out of touch.
Yeah.
Guys, can we make a
Yeah.
pact right now that when we get to that level of fame and success, that
Mm-hmm.
you won't lose touch?
I will.
You'll lose touch?
I guarantee will. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that guy? Is it Warren Buffett who he's a billionaire but like he still like drives like a shitty car?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to be like that.
Yeah. That is pretty nice.
I want to be rich but relatable and still in a sense, like still there.
Saying that Warren Buffett is relatable is wild.
It is wild, but it's like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be like I'm still like one of you guys. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even.
Warren Buffett.
Maybe he just doesn't prioritize cars. He doesn't,
He
care about
doesn't know.
cars, yeah.
He just eats like McDonald's too.
Trump does too.
Trump does too.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's relatable.
Dude, I can't imagine eating McDonald's and then making decisions about the future of the country, dude. I can't even finish my work day if I eat McDonald's.
I don't
then
like to eat
imagine
McDonald's and then drive.
Having the most important fucking job in the world.
That
Yeah.
man's been like being fueled by quarter pounders and Diet Cokes.
Dude,
like
how does he have the
consistently.
energy, man?
That's
It's
tough.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's got to be taking some Vyvanse or Adderall or something.
definitely.
yeah, guaranteed.
hmm
Guaranteed.
But then I wouldn't want to eat McDonald's in the first place if I'm on it.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Doge?
Doge, the is that the currency? What is
It's
that?
the Department of Government
efficiency.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Was there a thing called the Dogecoin though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
No. I mean, I think it's named that kind of as a meme.
Okay,
But
okay.
but the thing that I'm talking about is Musk's Department of Government Efficiency,
Yeah, his little
cutting
organization.
spending on a bunch of things.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I think it's got pros and cons, right? I like the idea of investigating and bringing to light some of where the spending is coming from. The USAID findings are kind of wild.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's good to expose that stuff. I just don't like, dude, I mean, when you talk about bureaucrats,
Yeah.
and Musk being one of them, an unelected person with as much power as he has, it
Yeah.
freaks me out.
Yeah, it is a little.
It's kind of slimy.
I completely agree. Because
Yeah.
like the right was always really against Soros
Mhm.
having so much power, having so much like influence with
Mhm.
politicians, and now the right just does it with Musk.
hmm
Yeah, and I definitely see some hypocrisy there. But we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I don't trust him enough to have that kind of power.
Yeah. So far I do like that they're cutting spending on things. I know like when I was in the military, I saw such bad fraud, waste, and abuse happening.
Mhm.
Like, just the amount of money that went to BS was horrible. I mean, it made me never want to pay taxes again.
You're like the sergeant keeps buying pinball machines, and I'm tired of it.
Well, there's a thing my last year in, there was, I think it was $150,000 that was spent on tumblers for F-22 pilots so they could drink while in like the F-22. And that money was like allocated for that, but it just went into the ether. And don't get me wrong, $150,000 is no money at all for what the Department of Defense budget is.
Right.
But it's like all these little things add up very quickly
Mhm.
until you have this super inflated budget that is just
And if they don't use it, then they won't keep getting it.
yeah,
That's the thing
and
with
there's
this
that,
funding
yeah.
is
That's
you
part
have
of it.
you have to use up all of your funding that they give you
Mm-hmm.
by the end of the year.
Because it proves to
Because
them
if
that
you
need
don't,
those
they're like,
funds.
okay, well, we're not going to give you as much this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it too when I worked for the county highway department. Dude, we would pick up 3 to 5 tons of asphalt
Yep.
to go patching and paving roads.
Yeah.
Dude, at the end of every day, we would be dumping like sometimes a whole ton of asphalt.
Really?
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
dump pit in the back of the
To the river.
the county headquarters. We would just dump it along the shoulder of a road and make the
Yeah.
shoulder wider, just shit that didn't matter. And that shit was so expensive.
Makes
Yeah.
the road
Every
makes the
day
roads a
they're
lot
doing
better
that.
though. At the same time,
Makes them wider.
just a stupid shoulder, so like a cop can pull you over and give you a speeding ticket and fuck your wife.
Yeah, yeah. Which I mean, that's nice, but the waste it sucks. And like,
That
yeah,
cop fucked my wife.
I just like,
But the waste.
yeah, and I mean,
Honey, I'm divorcing you. The fucking waste. It's just
I can't believe that
Can't
state
forgive that.
trooper made you come.
dude, don't you ever look at your pay stub and see like the federal taxes withheld
like the FICA.
and feel a little?
yeah,
Yep,
I don't
yep.
look at him anymore because it bums me out every time.
It's so much money. I just got my paycheck yesterday, and oh my god,
I'm not gonna say his name, but this is like a friend I know. His basically his brother-in-law. He's got like bipolar depression, and he can't hold the job down. So he gets a decent chunk from for disability. And the kid literally just like he's constantly buying like he's buying the next PS5, the new Xbox. He's a gamer, and he just sits down. He orders DoorDash all fucking day, and like recently, I went to like a little kid's birthday party, and he was there, and he bought the kid a fucking brand new like Nintendo Switch.
yeah,
And then and then he says shit like, "Well, it's free money. It's free money."
No,
That
there's no
shit-
such thing as free money.
That shit drives me
There's not,
insane.
yeah.
That shit.
It's
drives
from
me crazy.
disability. You said?
Yeah,
Or-
for his bipolar depression.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the
I
day,
mean, sure.
why,
I don't know him like that well. Like I'm not that close to him, so I don't know what he goes through. But at the same time, it seems ridiculous when I see him, and he's
but
like, "Oh,
why,
it's free
why
money."
shouldn't somebody be able to spend their money as they wish?
Well, no, that's true. But at the same time, when you're not working for it, it kind of irks you a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's getting the money because he can't work,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Which is
Because of his mental issue. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got mental issues.
exactly.
Yep.
which in that case is just the government giving you the money so you can stay afloat and be a regular person
Yeah.
as much as you can. And regular people, if they earn a paycheck, can buy Nintendo Switch, can order DoorDash.
It's true. It's true.
You know, that's
Yeah.
their money and that's his money. So
Yep.
is it morally wrong for him to do that, or should we be looking broader?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because
It's
the
not-
thing is
yeah.
like if you give out this money as like welfare programs, disability programs, can you put stipulations on that money?
No.
Is that a moral thing to do?
No.
No.
No. But we need to take a step back. Like, he can spend it on whatever he wants, but should he be getting it in the first place?
Right.
People who truly can't work, we need
Yeah,
to
like a
help
guy
them
that got
out.
his legs blown off in fucking Fallujah.
We need to help him out. But, I mean, can he actually not work? You know?
You talk to the kid, and he doesn't seem like he's got a big chip on his shoulder. Like you're like, oh, okay, like I don't.
Yeah.
You seem like a normal dude to me, but I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, so I can't judge him in that aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
But when he's saying shit like it's free money, it's free money, it's like
That's tough.
no, dude, like we're paying for it, but thanks, man.
Yeah. It's your money.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
welcome,
Adam's
by the way.
$20.
Yeah.
It's my
yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
Do you have my $20?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not against those programs, but like someone who needs it, someone who's like like I worked in a group home, so I know for example like who needs that shit like more than anyone.
Yeah, it's a matter of proving you need it, right?
Yeah. So he had to
It's
have
not
had
easy to
enough
get it in the
manic
first place,
episodes.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
give it to just anybody.
it's true.
It is hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know somebody on it as well, and they went through hell to try to get it. So yeah, I do appreciate that. Shouldn't just be handed out.
He had to have done some fuck shit to get it.
Yeah,
Like jerked off in public or something.
If that's all it takes.
not bad.
Shit.
No.
I'll
You
do
guys
what
are
I
all
can-
getting jet
It's
skis.
all about the Benjamins, baby. I'll jerk off outside this Arby's. We do have the meats.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, Adam's doing really well. He's on disability. He jerked off outside of Arby's, and now he gets Arby's every day.
What's like the amount of money that you could live off of? What's the if disability? Let's say you got $1,000 a month off disability. Could you live off that?
Well, the guy I know just has like a studio apartment, like to himself, that he just,
Do you know how much he gets?
No, I'm not gonna ask him that kind of shit. But
Could I live my current life off of that?
enough to like generously like get like new consoles and like give them out type
Yeah.
of shit.
I do know that
Because
if-
that shit's expensive. A PS5 is fucking, it's 500,
Yeah.
600 bucks.
Yeah, yeah.
I could live off $1,000 a month, but I couldn't do that here. I couldn't keep living here at this house.
No.
Because like you, me, and Ryan, like it's gonna take something out of us to drop 500 on a fucking new PS5. You're like, I
would
need to fucking,
suck.
I need
Yeah.
to save up for this for a little bit before I just drop 500 right there.
I could
For
drop
sure.
500.
What's that?
I could drop 500.
Yeah, but I could drop it, but at the same time, it's like I still think like I could use this towards like groceries. I could use this towards future rent. I
Yeah.
think of it more in that sense,
I do too.
which is why I spent years just playing my 360 until my wife finally, as a birthday gift, got me a new
Oh,
Xbox.
that's nice.
yeah.
Just because I never get anything nice for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just go into savings.
Well, the only thing I spend lavishly on is weed, which it's a bad
Sure.
habit.
Did you buy like a pound?
No, I
Are
haven't
you,
done
are
that.
you going to?
I haven't done that in a while.
Right, but are you going to from this person?
Usually I've just been buying like QPs off of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice. So I was looking into getting.
I can
a,
never just get a pound, like unless like it's a good
pound's
deal.
crazy. Yeah, I was looking into getting a medical marijuana card, and you can't buy a firearm if you have one. So yeah,
I didn't
if
know
you-
that.
Yeah, if you get your medical marijuana card, you can't buy a firearm. You can't get like some federal jobs
Because
it's still,
they think you'll just like develop schizophrenia from smoking weed and just shoot yourself in the face.
that might be the long term thing. Yeah, but the thing that they say is it's still federally illegal, so you're
Mhm.
on a controlled substance.
Okay.
So like you also can't do it if you're, if you're being medicated on like lithium or something.
Okay.
For psychotic
That makes
problems.
fucking yeah. They don't want you fucking just like tripping balls and then playing with guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this was put into law in I think 1967. So I mean, this is kind of an antiquated law that
Right.
still stands.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was just googling it because in Minnesota it's taking so long for there to be like recreational shops open.
It does take a while. It took Michigan a while too. Like Michigan, I think the first year didn't have any weed, but like it's been like more than
Well,
a year.
yeah,
here.
we're
It's
already
been almost
past
two.
that.
It's almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's
know.
one opening right across. Kind of like in the near my place.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be like one on. It's gonna be like Starbucks, dude. One on every fucking corner before you know it.
Yeah.
Just give it a little bit of time.
Yeah. Also, so when I tried like writing last night, I was very high.
Yeah.
And that might have been a problem for keeping like an idea in my head.
Oh,
For sure.
I
absolutely
read
for
through
me.
it this morning and I like started with an idea and by the end of it I was completely it was
How much did you write?
off the rails. I think it was 900 words.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I was
though.
gonna bring it and just have you guys read. I mean, it
just
kind
just
of,
proofread it to make sure you're not like these aren't like schizophrenic
well, it
thoughts.
kind of looks like the ravings of a maniac.
Is it just stream of consciousness?
It's stream of consciousness, yeah, and it's like it really does look like ravings.
He's got like the Ted Kaczynski like manifesto.
yeah.
What if it's a suicide note?
I did bring up suicide ideas.
What's your best one?
Well, I just brought up like the idea of suicide. Okay, so like the thing was, I was just writing about like what are ideas? Like, aren't ideas kind of like everything? Like you can be a billionaire if you have the idea. And people say like, oh no, it takes luck or things like that. It really doesn't if you have the idea.
I think a shit ton of good ideas fell on deaf ears because no one had the infrastructure to make it happen.
But then have a better idea. You know what I mean? Like this is a little bit, but
Does
like
the idea have to entail then how to go about putting that idea into motion?
yeah, because that's just like another idea.
So have other subsequent ideas after the initial
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Because a good idea in order for a good idea to come to fruition, you have to have the finances to back it up, to make it happen, to know the right people, have the infrastructure around you to make it happen.
Yeah.
Ideas too are just like
And not
passing
everybody,
thoughts,
like
too.
it comes that stuff. Some people have that, and some people it takes a shit ton of effort to get to that point, and it's risky too because
Yeah.
if you devote those resources to getting that out there and it flops, then
Oh, you're so
you're
screwed.
screwed.
Webster's dictionary, the 5th definition of idea is an entity that comes to your mind.
Mhm.
An entity. Don't you think of like a
Like a possession.
Like a shadow
yeah,
person.
kind of
what I
like a
think.
like a possession. Yeah.
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 Like something not of this world
Something
has
not of this
touched
world.
you in a way.
Yeah, an entity is coming
That
into
kind
your
of sounds
mind.
like if you're like a very religious person or a spiritual person that you're gonna have those kinds of thoughts. Like,
it's the idea, yeah.
dude, there was divine intervention here, man. Like that's why I invented the sham wow.
Exactly. Which was just an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the muse, the whole idea of like the muse coming to give somebody an idea. And like I mean that's all anything is like a man could have the most beautiful woman ever if he has the right idea. Like and that idea could be the idea of who he is himself, of what he deserves. A person could be like the fittest person ever if they had the right idea of like how to get the training plan in order.
Well, because like, you're gonna think to yourself, if I want to obtain said, hot woman, I have to look the part too at the same time.
Exactly.
You're gonna have ambition for that then.
Yeah. Yeah, all we are is just like freaking moving around biological things with ideas. All we are just like things that move with ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Are basic thoughts considered ideas?
Yeah.
Are those interchangeable thoughts and ideas?
Yeah.
Like your
I'd
everyday
say so.
passing thoughts.
Yeah, just any thought.
Yeah.
be
We
considered
have
an
ideas
idea.
every day. You're like first thing you wake up, you're like, I'm gonna make a fucking egg sandwich for breakfast. That's an idea.
It's an idea. Yeah,
It's not an original idea, but it's still an idea that you came
Sure.
up with.
Yeah.
sure.
And then there's like the ideal, like the perfect, like finding like the ideal version of something. There's ideations. Suicidal ideation is how the suicide part came in. So like if you have ideations of something, that's what starts that's the catalyst for everything is the idea. And so as I was writing, I'm just like, okay, I just need to find like the idea. Every great story is just like an idea. And like that's how people change their lives. That's how people do everything is just like they're enveloped by this idea. And I think I've been thinking about ideas a lot recently just because of how much like politics is just everywhere now. And all the difference in politics, all of it is just different ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think we're ever going to reach a place in politics where people are tired of the Democratic or Republican ideals that are
We're already
consistent?
there.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, half
I'm-
people are tired of the other half.
Yeah.
when's the last time we've had a president that isn't of that party?
You mean a third party president?
I know we've had libertarians in the past, but like, when's the last time we've had one though?
I have no idea. Have we had libertarian presidents?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it's come from somewhere. So at one point, a president was a
I
libertarian.
think the first handful of presidents weren't backed by a party. They weren't
mean?
affiliated with a party. The first few
Like
handful
the
of presidents-
forefathers, but I'm talking about like once you get to Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln was a Republican,
Yep.
Yeah.
and he freed the slaves. I mean,
Represent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, and then you look at like religions, they're just a guy had an idea. Jesus was like, you know what? Maybe we can love our neighbor and maybe life doesn't have to fucking suck here and we can eat fish. And that was his idea. And then Buddha had an idea. He sat by a tree and he's like, I have an idea that maybe life sucks and maybe we can just like not try to end suffering, but just try to separate ourselves from what is suffering. Just an idea. Like Mohammed had an idea where he's like, little girls are so fucking hot. That was just an idea.
I've got a great idea. Fucking cut that.
Joe's been like at home drawing Muhammad, waiting for someone to break in and kill him. He's like, "Come on, pussies!" Oh fuck!
So you think every action stems from an idea? Stems from a thought?
Everything.
Or
stems from an
inspiration
idea.
too. You can take someone else's idea and then amplify it, make
Yeah.
it better.
Yeah. And
Like, what
very
about-
few people have novel ideas. Very like most people. So like I think I said this last time, but this guy, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he said we don't view nature, we just view it through our grandfather's eyes. He's like, we don't come in contact with it, we just kind of view it through how they viewed it. And I think that's true.
If there's traditionalism involved in the family,
Yeah. And, well, and it's
I
the
view
sense of
things
like,
the way my grandfather taught me to view
Yeah.
things in a way. Yeah, like what we've learned.
Exactly. And I look at it like, do we really have our own ideas of how to live this life? Or are we just adopting the ideas of those that came before us? So like,
A little bit of both.
yeah, so like look at like moral
bit of both.
frameworks. Like we believe these moral frameworks exist because and are right just because we're like told that they're right. We behave in certain ways because that's how other people do it. And so we're just adopting the ideas of others. Like Nietzsche's Uberman is somebody who just creates their own moral framework, who has their own idea of what morals are.
So I think that ideas evolve through time just the way that living beings evolve through time.
Mhm.
I think that things become optimized
Yeah.
over time, like of survival of the fittest. I think that goes exactly the same for ideas as well.
Yeah.
And cultural ways of living, cultural norms go through phases of evolution. It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
We've seen
We're
societal
evolving culture. Each
Yeah.
generation too is evolving culture.
evolve big time, and we've
Yeah.
seen it way faster than physical evolution happens.
Mhm.
But are we tending towards perfection? Or are we tending towards something else?
Not,
Because
a little bit
I
of
agree.
nihilism, I think.
I think there's peaks and valleys to
Yeah.
it, but I think it is trending towards perfection. We'll never reach perfection because it's perfection. You can't be reached in the physical sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think it's trending upwards towards that, but there's peaks and valleys in the process. Like things are going good, and then a Great Depression hit, and then Hitler took power over Germany.
Yeah.
Things go down,
Yeah.
but then things go back up. But I think humans as a whole are trending upward towards better. You know, things
Right.
are getting better.
I definitely see where you're coming from, and I've gone back and forth on it because, like, I think people are less happy in a lot of ways today than they used to be. So, like, I want to believe that all of our ideas are tending towards perfection. We're all moving towards, like, the utopia. But I want to believe it. I just don't know if it is the case. And the ideas that we adopt can sometimes be antithetical to it. So, like, the Christian faith, you know, they believe that Armageddon is happening or is going to happen. And so everybody's actually tending towards being more evil now. Like a lot of Christians would believe that people are tending to be more evil now. And people are actually tending towards imperfection more than they... Basically, we started at Eden and everybody was already at perfection. And then from there, we've been trending towards something that is even more imperfect.
I think to Christians, you're absolutely right, but they have a very different viewpoint of what perfection is, as opposed to somebody who's a secular individual.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
Because
of like
Christians
liberalism.
would feel like the world has gone to shit
Yeah.
because of how much immorality they're seeing. Like every day, every year after the Super Bowl, my Twitter feed is just filled with people who are like, that halftime show was disgusting. They're showing porn on TV now.
What
Like,
even? I didn't even see the halftime show.
It was Kendrick Lamar.
I did,
You're
okay.
upstairs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that, but what wasn't it? Just a bunch of dancing guys?
He had a.
it was mostly dancing guys.
Just a bunch of hot
and
dudes.
Serena Williams crip walking.
So
She is
he had a
very
lot of
attractive.
subliminal messages in
That's
his
what they say. Yeah,
performance.
yeah. It's exactly. It's
Yep. He was trying to
it's
show the
demonic.
downfall, the struggles of the black man in America and how
Yeah.
like things aren't even. Obviously, they're not even because that isn't what we were built on, really.
Yeah, but I just see these people that just go full head first into the conspiracy pool.
I saw a lot of
these,
videos
like,
of angry boomers.
occult messaging and
Yeah.
and demonic symbolism in halftime
Yep.
shows and everything. And
I saw like people like our age or like younger, like filming their parents, like watch the Super Bowl with them,
I saw
and they're like
some of
just
those
like
too.
they just irking at the screen, going like, "What is this?"
God, my boss was
What
freaking
the
out. He was
hell?
like,
Was it really that bad?
no,
Well,
I
they
thought it was
just-
fine.
it
Or
was-
like, yeah.
I thought it was mild.
It was just
compared
the
to-
celebration of black culture on stage, and they were just like, "What are these N-words doing on stage?"
Whoa.
Hey, some people did do.
Say, I'm
Well,
not
they're
denying
watching
that.
football, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
The majority of the team is black. What are you talking about? Didn't like the goal line for the longest time say "end racism"?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they
did.
took it away for the Super Bowl.
That's right.
and a white cornerback picked off a ball and ran to the scored a touchdown. So
Yeah.
that's all it took, man.
Equality.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of get excited when a white guy like makes like a play that a black guy can make? There's a little bit of the inside go.
hugely?
If he's on my team,
I view everything.
Like when you
through
see a
race.
white guy
Yeah.
dunk,
Everything
you're like,
is
hell
just
yeah, white
understood
men
through
can
race.
jump.
Yep. Whenever a white brother does something, I'm like, that guy's white, therefore it's good.
Like you don't get excited like Elon and Sieg Heil, but like you do a little bit of a bump. You're like, yeah,
Yep.
dude.
I don't even see Musk. I just see a white man, and I know that it's good.
I don't
Everything
see
through the lens of
character. I
race.
just see race. Yeah.
Only race. That's the only lens I have to view things, and it's been pretty good so
Right, the
far.
tides have turned. A white man can dunk.
Yep. That's all there is.
Oh shit.
Is the idea good or bad? It doesn't matter. Is
Yep.
it white?
Yeah, everything in this world you can boil down to white versus black.
Yep, everything.
Yep.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. That's what religions, that's what philosophers have taught us. Everything is black and white.
World's black and white. Yeah.
Everything is just black and white.
It's a Casablanca movie.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. I mean, Casablanca, White House.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Casablanca. Mm-hmm.
It's in the word.
You guys know what freaks me out a little bit? I, for the longest time, have never understood exposed butt crack guy.
Oh yeah, plumber crack.
Yeah, never understood how that could happen to somebody.
Oh, just having it?
Just having it, yeah. Seeing it as like some kid in school, some dude's dad bending over, you see it, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, how could you let yourself get to that point? Guys, I have gotten to the age where I can understand how someone
Yep.
can get to that point,
Yep.
and it
Yep.
freaks me the hell out.
Yep.
I don't want to be exposed butt crack guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very funny to see. Butt cracks are very funny.
Yep.
It,
An
it
exposed
bums me
butt
out
crack
every
is funny.
time. You think it's funny?
It's very funny.
It bums me out. It
It's
makes me
very
feel like
funny.
I've been disserviced, and then I feel bad for the individual whom it's happening to.
Are your pants so low that your butt crack is just out?
Okay, I think it's a matter of I'm not in as good of shape as I was before,
Okay.
and I don't buy clothes
Gotta
as
work on
often
some
as I
squats
did
to get
before.
those glutes in shape, dude.
I used to buy new clothes multiple times every year. My mom would take me clothes shopping, so I'd buy
I would too.
pants that
Yep.
fit, shirts that are long enough that fit,
Yeah.
because you'd buy them every school year. You'd go clothes shopping, right? Maybe sometimes twice a year. I go clothes shopping maybe once every 4 or 5 years now. And so I'm not wearing clothes that fit me optimally,
Yeah.
and I'm not in as good of shape. My flexibility isn't as good.
Yep.
All of those things combined leads right up to the pinnacle that is that ass crack just hanging out.
So you're
Yeah.
saying you're a guy who's not in shape wearing clothes that don't really fit? Because that sounds like exposed butt crack. Guy.
That's-
It does.
That sounds like
Yeah.
an exposed butt
It
crack
happens
guy.
to me. I mean, my weight fluctuates.
I'm not
like,
there.
so-
I'm not fully there.
Yeah.
But I can see how it can happen. Like it'll happen maybe like once every couple of months. I'm like, oh, I think my ass crack might be out a little bit.
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Do you wear a belt?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
do.
Tighten that thing up.
Dude, I don't like
Hike those pants
I
up,
don't like,
tighten it.
I don't like.
Dude, even if the
Pants
belt,
that high.
even if the belt is like getting old, you have to build a new fucking notch, dude, for it.
I don't
Do it.
like pants above waist level. It's not comfortable.
So you don't like your pants above your butt crack? Because that's another big problem.
I like them up a little bit above that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Just a
sagging.
tiny bit above
I'm not
butt crack.
sagging.
Mm-hmm.
No, where am I at right
How
now?
high does your butt crack go? I mean, do you have a?
I don't know if I have a
back
high butt crack.
What if he has an unusual situation we don't know about?
You might have a very high butt
I
crack.
don't think I do. You guys want to let me know?
Sure.
I don't think I have a high.
Do you want me to
ass crack.
drop something really quick?
My butt crack is quite low. Mine would have to be my
That's
pants would have to
clutch,
be
dude. That's
low.
clutch.
Mm.
That's like God gifting you a genetic like diamond.
Yeah.
Right there, having a low butt crack.
Yeah, I mean, I've never looked at it like that, but
You should.
maybe
Next
it is.
Thanksgiving, be thankful for that.
Do you guys think you have a flat butt or like kind of a juicy romp?
No, I don't have a juicy one.
I kind of have like a flat ass, so like, I
kinda flat.
relate to what he's talking about.
Yeah.
My crack shows sometimes.
Joe, I think you were more on the juicy side.
I think mine's when my butt is out. Like pants sometimes don't do it, but I have kind of a juicy butt. I really do. It's kind of bigger than it should be for my
Well,
weight.
do you work out pretty often too?
Yeah.
It's not even muscle. It's kind of just like a juicy 16-year-old girl's butt. It kind of is.
I just know from squats you can get like a nice built ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Just from working it. Just do only squats, Ryan.
Dude,
I should, man.
Do a year
I
of
should.
squats like every day, like,
your squats would be so sick.
and then you'll never show crack again. You'll be like, dude,
That's what it is, right?
check out my Squidward,
Because
like handsome Squidward
The
ass.
arch of the ass is what keeps the pants up at that
Yep.
level, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The flat ass is when it comes down.
If it falls
Yep.
flat,
That's a good point.
flat asses
Yep.
look bad too.
you just gotta work the glutes, dude.
They look better than
juicy
everyone.
ass is nice.
Yeah.
Dude, oh man. So I worked out a lot in Denver. Here, I don't really work out that much. You get out of shape in 6 months, like very, like dastardly so. Dastardly so, man. I just have like a paunch now. It's crazy.
A punch.
Yeah, just like a little fucking.
Uh,
I've noticed like if you stop doing ab workouts too, you get like your stomach just sticks out. Not even from fat, from just like you don't have the ab muscles to just keep it tight. So
Yeah.
it just like a chimp, it just comes out.
yeah.
And then do you guys have anterior pelvic tilt? When you stand, it's like a lordic position almost, where you stand and your butt comes out a little bit and your gut kind of hangs out and like
Well, yeah, dude, I'm a fucking fat
it's kind
guy.
of like the sitting. Well, I mean, do you notice it? Do you notice that like you kind of have like your gut out
No,
when you
I-
stand,
when
or do you
I- no,
try
when
to
I
keep your
I
gut
stand,
do.
in?
it's
I
in.
do when I got my belt tightened for sure. Like I'm like okay, shit. I can undo a few notches right now.
Yeah.
just to make this a more comfortable sitting position.
Because a man should stand
but that's just me needing to lose some weight. for
almost
sure.
like in a thrust position. The
Okay.
perfect stance for a man is almost like not a full thrust. You don't want to be full thrusting, but like almost like a third thrust. Because so lordic is when you're just like butt is out. You're supposed to stand like kind of straight, like third thrust.
Do we all
So
just need to
butt
start
forward
doing
a
some
little bit?
P90X?
Butt forward a little bit, yeah, because it's easy. It's very easy just to stand. It's easy to stand. Just
yeah, show the
like,
camera. Yep.
just butt out.
We
Because
can't see your
it's
butt on
easy.
camera. Show the fans.
Well, I want to show Ryan too, but it's easy. Just like we should be kind of like thrusting a little bit, and that keeps the abs kind of tight. But it's easy to stand like that. Did you see like?
Thrust like how? Can you show Ryan? Like
can you
on
see that?
Ryan?
Does that make
I can
sense?
see it. Yeah, I can see it.
And it's easy because in chairs, because we sit in chairs so much, good posture in a chair, you're getting like a mean lordic position, which is bad. Guys shouldn't stand with like a lordic position. That's how girls stand in high heels. But their pelvises are like way more tilted.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Lordic position is pelvis forward, right?
Lordic is pelvis tilted anterior. So it's
back.
like it's back.
Tilted
yeah.
back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah.
And so you're supposed to for a man at least to have our pelvis in line. We're supposed to be like, if you flex your glutes, you can definitely do it. So like, if you stand and flex your glutes, that brings the thrust forward, and that's how you should be standing.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's super noticeable when you don't like get naked, stand in front of a mirror, cry for like 30 seconds, and then start looking at the posture. And it's like if you flex your
Every day,
glutes-
Joe. Every day.
Yeah, dude. Man. It's like it's a huge change, and it looks so much better because if like the pelvis is back, then that's when the gut when you get
pops
that
out,
gut
yeah.
look. But then if you flex your glutes, I mean, it's like huge. It's a huge
Definitely.
change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say you should also just like suck in your stomach, like flex a little bit too. Like just get used to doing that because that also like burns
Are
calories
these
as
purely
well.
cosmetic things, or is
No.
it there's health benefits to it too, posture benefits?
Yeah, like you'll get lower
Alignment.
back pain if you stand with like you'll get lower back pain if you stand with just your butt sticking out because you're
Yeah.
not activating your muscles. You're
I'm
kind of
gonna get
just
adjusting my
resting on
posture
your
now.
spine. But in a chair, it's really hard to get like proper posture in a chair.
feel like I have good sitting posture when I want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Well, dude, thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
I've noticed that I've been kind of like hunching a bit when I sit. Like I've like noticed myself like correcting my posture all the time.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
at work
yeah.
sometimes, just fully leaned back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The chairs at where I work, they don't have like any support in back. So often I'll be just typing like this. People will come in, I'll be
Arms fully extended.
we're gonna do. Yeah, man. Work sucks, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody said this before on a podcast. Work sucks
No, yeah.
so hard.
Well,
Oh my
the
god.
podcasters who just podcast for a living don't say that shit.
Dude, work.
Well, you're working
So-
10-hour days, right?
Yeah, I
4
work
tens?
10-hour days. I work 4 10s, and man, like the job's fine, but wow.
Would you rather work 5 8s?
I would rather
You'd 4 8s.
I would rather carry pails of water back and forth to my hut than keep doing a job
Yes,
that feels like
yes.
meaningless.
You just need to
Dude,
cast away yourself.
you're literally helping people on like front lines. How is that worthless to you?
Well, even at like the highest level, so the docs that I talk to, a lot of them feel very disillusioned by medicine as a whole because they're like, okay, we're just prescribing medications and seeing like tiny little incremental like increases in our patients' health, but it's not really helping them that much. You know, like even the docs are disillusioned to a lot of what Western
Sure.
medicine is doing. And so me being under the docs, I'm doing
I fucked up.
Dude, you blew it right into the fucking
I
smoke
did.
detector.
I noticed it
Damn.
after I did it, and I was like, maybe it won't pick it up.
no more of that.
We knew this day would come.
You did blow that like
I did, yeah, but as soon as I did it, I was like, "Fuck!" There's
Dude, I did it right there.
I literally, as you were explaining it, like I was just like, "Okay, that's gonna go off. That's gonna go off. Please don't go off." And then it goes off.
Yeah. You don't really even need this.
He does. He does if there's like
It's-
a
yeah, for building code.
and also trauma.
I need it literally for the law, but
Yeah, but other than the
Practicality.
law and safety, you don't need this.
I don't know why they're so loud.
And I
don't
can
need to
cut
be that
this
loud.
out. Like, dude, what?
Dude, this is the best part of the segment of the whole podcast, right?
bro, what happened when you had your house fire?
Oh,
Because does that ever bring back trauma? Were the smoke alarms going off when it first like happened?
smoke alarms never went off.
What the fuck? That's the scariest
Isn't that the
part,
weirdest
honestly.
thing, dude?
That is
I've
the
heard-
scariest thing
Think
ever.
about how many times you've heard your smoke alarms go off. for
Yes,
just bullshit.
just so easily.
Your
And when we
house
had
burnt down and your fire
mean,
alarms
Exhibit
didn't
A.
go off?
smoke alarms didn't go off. At least not when we were in the house. The fire started on the outside of the house. Started on the deck. And so
Really?
then it crept up the back. Yeah, we were notified because the neighbor that was across the pond from us came running and pounding on our door saying, "You guys' house is on fire. You guys need to get out." And then so I went back there. My dad, I was like, just total denial. Like, okay, well, this must be a small thing. Let me just
Yeah,
go out there and douse this
almost
out
like
real
the
quick.
grill. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So we went out
Yep.
back there, and the patio umbrella was just enrolling in flames.
Damn. So was it just too far gone at that point to even put it
Well,
out?
so I'm like, okay, shit, the umbrella's on fire and like part of the deck's on fire. So let me just go. Like, I dumped out the trash can, filled it up with water, like
in the sink.
in the sink, which it took
Did that take an
it
eternity?
took forever. Yes, you're right. So I got it maybe like a fifth of the way full.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
okay,
you
this is
rushed
good
that
enough.
shit.
Rushed out there, doused the umbrella, and that like helped the umbrella obviously. But then as I turn around to go get more water, I look up and the fucking entire back of the house is up in flames.
The siding was.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so looking back, do you think that you could have done anything differently to, like, if you would have just taken the umbrella and thrown it off the side? Do you think that would have worked, or was the grass dry?
right.
It
Like, do you
wasn't
think
the
there was a
umbrella
more
at that point,
optimum-
dude. It was the house was on fire.
Okay, so there's nothing that
Fuck,
could have
yeah,
been done.
no.
When we were notified, there was nothing we could have done.
That's
Okay,
where you
yeah.
just have
Maybe
to call
gotten the
You have
hose-
to wait
the
for the
hose-
fire department to show up.
Yeah, the neighbor already called the fire department. It was just that 5 minutes of me and my dad. It was this lady at the front door screaming at me and my dad to get out, get your pets and get out. And we're just like still in this denial phase of like, okay, what do we like?
We can still put it
We
out,
can put it
yeah.
out. We can stop this. And then once I realized how bad it was, I was like, okay, we can't stop this. So what do we do now? Like, we can't just go out. Like, we got to try to save some things, right?
Yeah.
So cats first. Found one cat, threw her in the garage. The other cat we thought was outside. He wasn't. Firefighter
Okay.
saved him later, which
Good.
was kind of one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
Right. Yep.
But But yeah, so like
Did the whole
we
house
just
go
like
up
grabbed
then?
them, and Dad's like, okay, let me grab the computer real quick, and then yeah, while this lady's screaming at us, you guys like don't worry about anything else. Get the souls out of this house
Yeah,
right now.
Yo.
And so we did. We got out, and then like we were in the front yard, and a bunch of neighbors kind of came out, and we were all kind of huddling together. Yeah, man, it was
Fuck that arsonist.
yeah.
They still haven't found him.
Yeah.
No, they haven't. I've gotten away with it.
That was my favorite part of your brother's birthday video was
Yeah.
Nick giving you shit.
Arson Hartman.
Damn it.
Dude, we're lucky, dude. Minnesota is a no-fault state when it comes to fire.
So insurance
Fire
helped
insurance,
cover
yeah.
it and shit.
Insurance was
Because
amazing.
dude,
for
it was
us.
entirely accidental, man. And I'm sure you've accepted that by now. Like
Oh,
it took you
yeah.
some time.
Yeah, I will forever be grateful for my mother. She was on the phone. She was in. So her dad just died like the day before, and she was out there like
Jesus
doing
Christ.
arrangements in like in
What
Wisconsin.
horrible timing for all
Terrible
of this.
timing, yeah. The way Derek describes it is Derek was in college and he had like an exam to take or a paper to write or something to do with a deadline. And he's messaged his professor. He's like, "Hey, my grandpa died and my house just burned down like in the span of 24 hours. Can I please get an extension?"
Somewhat realistic.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
It
damn
sounds so unrealistic. It has to be true.
That's what
Like,
I'm
you can't
saying.
do
Yeah,
the
no one
double
would
whammy.
no one would ever just make that up.
No, fuck
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had a professor that made a girl bring an obituary to class
Nice.
just to prove that she went to a funeral.
Well, that's your,
Holding it
that's
down for
your
the class.
classic college excuse is the
yeah.
grandparent death because that's when it happens.
yeah.
It's a classic for jobs. That's a classic until you're 40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or the
grandparents
family
die.
pet died.
That's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Is that something that you can get out of school or work for?
Yeah, I've had some. I've seen some teachers let some students, take an exam at another time just because like they're the family pet.
Because
like,
they said
fucking
their
Airbud died.
An,
He was
exten-
the best on the team.
an extension for bereavement. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
It's crazy we're all in college right now.
Yes, we are.
Talking about classes and stuff. It's crazy.
Adam, how are your classes?
Yeah, we're
going?
all not 30 years old. Oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about turning 29 soon?
Yeah.
You mean turning 30 soon?
I'm 28.
He's 28. He's the youngest of us.
Yeah, I turned 29. I'm not. I turned
You're not
29.
even 29 yet?
Yeah,
No,
dude. You and I have like the fall birthdays, and he's got the afternoon. You're February.
Of a week.
Yeah, week. Yeah.
22nd. Yeah.
And you're turning 29.
Turning 29. Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, I didn't know that.
I have a lot of life ahead of me.
Shit, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't.
so
I,
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't expect you guys to know what it's like to have a lot of life ahead of you.
Yeah, dude, I no clue. But that tells me that I should probably save you as opposed to a 30-year-old.
Yeah. for
That is
sure.
true. If I knew, yeah. You versus a baby, I'm drop kicking that baby.
Yeah.
Dude,
Are you guys doing
any
anything
of you
for-
guys versus a baby, I'm saving you guys.
I don't know this baby.
Oh, for sure. And
Yeah.
that's the thing about
Unless
it. Yeah.
it's your baby, like
I'm
Even
saving-
dude, even so, I can pop another one of those out, man.
Ryan's like, I fuck like a
I
champ.
can't
I'll get another
replace,
one
dude.
of those.
I can replace my own
Yeah.
child. I cannot replace
Easy.
you, dude.
Easy.
they're Nikes that he scuffed. He's like, I'll get another pair.
Yeah, okay, as long as that baby hasn't said a sentence to me yet, like he doesn't, we haven't communicated
Oh,
vocally.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't replace you, bro. I can replace a
I can't wait to tell
non-talking
Jen this
infant.
information.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And when people say like when a mother's having pregnancy complications, and they say, "Oh, save the baby and not me,"
No. Kill them both. Let them both.
Yeah, dude, that's a real thing too. We're like,
No, like,
they're,
you know,
they're,
like,
they're like, you
I was
will
like,
die
you,
from giving
I
birth.
need you. Like I need my wife with
Oh
me.
my
Like
God.
you need to
Yeah.
be saved. We can make another baby.
If that actually was what's at stake, yeah. Because you can't make another baby with a baby.
That's
That's
so
what I'm saying. Yes.
in states where abortion is illegal, that is the only situation where they'll be like, yeah, of course, save your life,
yeah, for sure.
or like rape or incest.
But I've known
Yeah.
women in my life that, like, my mother has said, if there was ever to be a complication with any of you guys, I would have picked you guys' life over mine.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Your dad
no,
wouldn't have.
That's the
Your dad
thing.
would have disagreed
Yes.
quite heartily.
Yeah.
dude, if it was men getting pregnant, we'd be way more selfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd be like, absolutely fucking not, dude.
You guys imagine being pregnant?
I just started watching this new series on Netflix, and my team's playing next week. I can't miss that shit.
Yeah. I'll probably have an abortion for this one. Or just like going out drinking with the boys. Like, I can't, I'm pregnant. I can't. I'm in my 3rd trimester.
We kind of are pussies in that sense.
Dude,
where
we can't wrestle. No, stop. We can't wrestle. I'm pregnant.
Guys, I might have to set this podcast out. I'm having some pregnancy cramps.
Oh,
It would
man.
suck.
We just can't stay sober for 9 months.
No.
We
No.
can't do it.
No, my sister is going through it right now, and she says it's
Your sister's
not-
pregnant?
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not you fucked your sister. Like I'm
No,
saying,
no.
like you're gonna be an uncle, dude.
I think that's still secret. Don't tell people. Nick.
Well,
Yeah, audience, don't. Yeah, exactly. Nick, don't tell anyone.
yeah, Nick.
Carl, you either.
Carl, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, she's pregnant. She says not drinking sucks,
Fuck.
which I'm sure it does.
She says drinking sucks now. She's
I would.
drinking.
How do you not?
No, not drinking sucks.
How are you not anxious with? How do you not have existential anxiety every single day that you're pregnant?
I would fear birth as much as I fear death.
I would. Yeah, I would, and I
Yeah.
would fear like having another living being.
Atopic,
Yeah.
In
all of it.
my fucking
It's a lot of pressure. Dude.
all the things that can go wrong, dude. The
parasite.
paranoia that would go for it. That would
Well,
come with
especially
it.
that first trimester too. You're kind of like, I hope like once we get our first appointment with the OBGYN that like the baby's still alive, right? You know,
Right?
Yeah.
Right, guys.
Yeah,
You hope it's still
Right?
alive, right?
This ain't the Missy Curie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just like having a man's pussy popped open that far, that would also suck.
Oh God. Imagine
Having our sweet tight
Adam's
pussy
mangina
ripped open like
ripped
that.
open.
That's where I'll give women their credit. Like I can't reproduce to save my life. I'll kill myself.
Have you? But you've tried it and like it just doesn't work out.
It just doesn't work out. I have Ella come inside me. I'm like, all right, I know I just blew a wad inside you, but can you feed that back into the tip of my penis?
use
Yeah.
a
I want-
turkey, turkey based it.
It's my
Yeah.
hypothesis. Will I get pregnant?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, if anything I've learned, it doesn't work, you know?
No, it's not gonna work.
Nah. Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, dude, pregnancy.
I'm just doing caveman shit, caveman science at my house. I'm like, does fire and rock make more fire?
That's kind of fun, man. Like experimenting at your house.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I want to get.
I'm
rats
not
to do that.
googling shit.
No. Google took away wonder, man. We gotta.
Yeah.
We gotta get some rats and experiment with them.
We could turn this whole room into like a lab.
That would be sick, dude.
Yeah, get some test tubes, get a microscope.
Yeah, that's
We've
fun.
done enough with
cages.
rats.
Think what cooking would be like if we didn't have like Google to find like
Recipes?
recipes.
Yeah.
That just every time you're just like, okay, let's put.
Did you guys
some-
ever mix random shit
Yes.
when you were a kid?
Oh, I still
random
do.
ingredients together and like try to mix and just put it in the oven, see what happens.
Oh,
yeah.
I would do that with like sodas.
I bet.
You know, like
You
do
got-
the-
you were the- you were
do
the soda
suicide,
chemist?
Yeah, the suicide soda kid. I'm like, I'm gonna make a new soda, dude, and everyone's gonna love it, and it would just taste like shit.
Yeah, I would do that with like,
But you learn, you know.
like soaps and
Yes,
conditioners, when I was a
shampoos and
baby
stuff,
get,
yeah.
get like UTIs in the bathtub.
You would put it in your dick.
Yeah, so I'd be like in the bathtub and I'd be mixing my mom's like expensive conditioner.
can I
just
jerk off
in
with
the water,
conditioner?
and then I would just constantly have UTIs as like a 6-year-old.
I would play
Jesus Christ.
football games in the bathroom where I would set up all the different soap containers, shampoo
Yep.
bottles, everything like the fucking like the toothbrushes would be the wide receivers and then
Yep.
like the
Oh,
offensive
yeah.
linemen would be the big like shampoo bottles and stuff.
Your dad's
Right.
toothbrush just falling into your dirty ass bathwater.
Yeah. And then I would just make them smash together, or make them run plays.
Oh, he's brushing his teeth. He's like, this tastes just like Ryan's ass.
Ryan was like, this is poetry in motion here.
That's a Super Bowl champion toothbrush to you, Dad. MVP.
Then you kiss your dad like Tom Brady does.
Oh, dude, the Tom
Did we
Brady
talk
hits
about
us-
that? I think we
Yeah,
talked
we
about
did.
that in the last
on
one.
the Wags episode.
Yeah,
so hot.
okay.
Which is going to be released as a bonus episode.
I thought you said the audio from that was all fucked.
So I went through it. The only portion where the audio is really really fucked is there's a portion when Hannah's talking.
Was it when all the girls talk?
yeah
They're just like
yeah
holding the mics, like.
yeah they weren't talking to the mic.
What
Yeah.
did they? Yeah, what did they talk about?
They had a hard time talking about anything. They're like a lot of it was like we were forced into this. Like this isn't our fault. Anyways, like how are you guys?
So maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't.
Girls and their
release this
victim
evidence.
complexes.
I'm tired of it. But like we've known each other for fucking years. Like they just like all like met.
That'd be a
basically.
fun,
Have a
dude.
half-hour
That'd be a fun
conversation.
game show, actually, or like some kind of TV show where you take
Yeah,
a bunch
Can
of
You
strangers,
Pod?
3 strangers, and can you pod,
Can you
dude?
pod?
That's a
Can you
good.
pod?
That's a
Yeah.
wow. I like it. That's an idea right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty much every dinner party when you're married too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
With like other married couples, just
or
like,
the seat you're getting put at, like you're like, all right, I'm a guest at this wedding. I'm kind of with a
Yeah.
bunch of randoms at this table, or you're at
Yeah.
the singles table.
Dude, I should
Yeah.
write
Yeah.
that down, man. Can you pod?
Yeah, can you pod?
Great premise.
Well, it's kind of like we've kind of gotten away from like traditional conversations. Like people are meeting online, people are texting, people are messaging each other consistently. Like no one's actually having real conversations anymore until they meet each other, like in person. That is
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just talking about how we're straying away from just like traditional conversations, though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know it when you talk to somebody who is like constantly online, just perpetually just on Reddit.
They'll give you
or-
like one worded answers.
They act like they're on the spectrum. Like they act like they cannot. Maybe the increase in autism that we're having is just because of social
Too much
media.
iPad kids.
Yeah, it's
too much
iPad.
shit like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. The amount of iPad
Like
kids.
we're giving
What-
the autism.
Do you ever think like the very fabric of our society is just crumbling because everybody's just on their phone all the time?
I think so.
I look out my window and I'm like, okay, there's truck drivers going places, there's doctors doing shit, there's pilots up in the sky. And I'm
Yep.
like, I think everybody's just on their phone right now doing it and doing half-ass jobs.
Yep.
I know all of us have had jobs that we've done a half-ass job at.
Mhm.
I think that there's quality control experts. I think that there's people making important life-altering decisions who are just doing it like half-assed.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
AI too. Like
AI, well, AI is the thing that's going to, we're just going to like hand over our critical thinking to AI. But you know what? We're at a point where that's probably good.
dude, my little sister who's graduating this year in college just told me that like all of her friends are using AI with their homework.
When I graduated too, 100% of it was just online, like either Chegg
Yep.
or, and now it's just AI. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's insane. Like, and then you get to what do people actually know? Do people coming up with AI, do they actually know that much stuff, or are they just communicating with AI for everything? That's a
good point.
These people who are graduating medical school, who are becoming nurses, or who are becoming like financial advisors.
You can use AI over text messaging now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, hey, here's your shitty message. Do you want to make it better?
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you want to make it more supportive? Do
Or
you
just
wanna
like
make it
draft me
more
a text.
heartfelt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy world.
Well, I mean, you could argue that they don't have to. That we live in a world where you don't have to know these things.
You do have the option. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we get to a point where it like a post-apocalyptic the grid goes down,
you're gonna go back to being the
You're gonna
traditionalist,
want
Those
those
skills.
those people to have those skills.
Yeah.
Doctors especially.
I
Yeah.
agree 100%.
Oh, I hope it does, man. I'm very disillusioned with a lot of like how society is running currently. I would
Well, like
love just a good infrastructure
Yeah.
collapse.
Dude, this asteroid that's coming in like what 7 years?
Yeah, 2032, 2034.
Mhm.
2032.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the hipsters are kind of like bringing back. I didn't say this. I'm saying it now, but the hipsters are kind of bringing back like the '90s era, like the baggy pants. You guys have probably seen it a little bit, and like,
sure.
like they,
I see it in Blaine everywhere.
dude, no, like, and like I
It's all a
go. You
blend.
can go on eBay and look up like VHS copies. That shit's going up because it's now like a vintage item. Like the shit that we grew up with, like where as a kid you're watching fucking Blue's Clues on a VHS or an orange Nickelodeon tape.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, an orange Nickelodeon tape. I think of Rugrats goes to
in
Paris.
Paris, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, the
It's a
Rugrats
good one.
movie.
It's
Yep.
a good one with it's not Godzilla, but Reptar.
Yeah, Reptar.
Yeah.
So the first one is they get lost in the forest. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I'm talking when they go to Paris.
Yeah, the Paris one.
Yep,
That's the second
and they
one. Yep.
get inside Reptar, and yeah,
That's right.
It's a great movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I just watched How to Train Your Dragon. It's kind of a nice one.
They're
Is it
making a
nice?
live action of that now.
It looks.
I
really
always look
dumb.
down upon that. Kind
It
of movie.
looks pretty fucking good. It looks like they're
Really?
doing. Yeah, no, it looks pretty on par to like the 3D animated one.
because that came out when we were in high school, right?
Like really
How to
good.
Train Your
I think
Dragon.
so.
Yes, yeah. It
The
was like
first one. The first one's
2012,
good.
2013.
Is it a standalone? I always thought it was some kind of spin off from something else.
No, it's a DreamWorks production. So it's like the guys who made Shrek or produced what's another DreamWorks
I don't
picture?
fuck with dragons much, man.
You don't. You
to
don't
be,
commune with
to be
dragons.
very honest with you guys, I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon, the 3D bit. I've only seen like clips of it and stuff like that, but I don't know.
There's 3 of them.
3 of them? I thought there was just 2.
I don't like the movie title
not
How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know. Something about it just bugged me.
It's just about like adolescence and taming your first pet.
Why is it a dragon though?
It's just they're Vikings. It's a common thing. It's medieval era, and it's I don't know. It's like a rite of passage. He's like, I want my first dog. He's like, well, it's a dragon now.
Yeah. It's kind of what
I feel like they could have come up with a better title though.
I think it's more. It's kind of like if you ever seen the Iron Giant. It's just like a small
Iron Giant's one of my favorite movies of all time.
dude. Mine
movie.
too. Oh my god,
movie.
It's what I grew up with. Yeah,
same.
but it's just like a small being befriends a glorious beast.
Well,
and tames
the
it.
dragon. It's a big dragon. For some reason, I thought
Yeah.
it was a small dragon.
Yeah, he rides that fucker.
It's kind of small.
It's practical.
Yeah,
It's like a private jet.
I mean, it's more like a car, but yeah.
It's not Air
Okay,
Force
so
One,
it's not something
but
you can like have in your bed, hanging out with you in your bed with you.
It's the
it
size.
could fit in this room.
It's the size of a moose. It's the size of a moose.
Or wouldn't
I
you
would
say like a big elk?
Sure, I would say that.
Yeah,
I would say a big elk
Okay.
compared to a moose.
a moose. What's bigger, an elk or a moose?
I'd say a moose.
The moose is bigger.
I'd say a
And
moose
what
is
about
bigger.
this universe?
I don't really know though.
So in the
I'll have
in
to
the
look it up.
in
What do you think is bigger?
an elk or a moose?
Well, now I'm just thinking the moose now.
I'm thinking moose.
Yeah.
I'm going moose.
'Cause now that I'm like thinking about it, I think elks are smaller.
Yeah, I think moose are a little bit bigger.
They're taller, but they're not smaller. Moose are fucking huge.
Wait, what's taller?
Elk.
No.
No, a moose is taller
No, but like I'm not saying it's taller than a moose. I'm saying it's tall in general.
compared
It's
to
bigger than a deer.
But compared to a moose, it's pretty short.
Okay.
Elk are tiny.
How big is a moose then? Is it like the size of a car?
House.
Bigger.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
Moose are huge, dude.
yeah.
They're almost like elephants.
Much bigger. much bigger.
Fuck.
Yeah. Think of more of like think more
Like a moose can dunk.
Oh no. A moose couldn't fit in a stadium. A moose
Stop. You're being dumb now.
A
No, a
moose?
moose is probably bigger than a car.
way bigger.
Yeah, way
way
bigger than
bigger.
Well, when I fucking
Like
do some,
semi-truck.
when I'm editing this, I'm gonna Google and you're all gonna be wrong.
A moose is probably 30 by 30.
Okay, that's pretty fucking big.
30 feet tall. It's pretty big.
Damn.
Yeah. And then elk are like elk
I've
are
never seen a
very-
moose. They're not in Minnesota, are they?
Sure they're.
Never. Or
Yeah?
they, well, they
Or are they
they-
more common in Canada?
Well, I mean, even
Canada
if they
for
are,
sure.
they kind of
Canada.
stretch into Minnesota.
There's definitely moose in Minnesota. Yeah.
okay.
They might not be based in Minnesota, but a part of them is.
Yeah,
is
it's like a
gonna-
small herd.
because as they walk,
Are they endangered?
No, they're too big.
Sometimes they'll step over Minnesota, like they'll pass through.
Yeah.
No,
Like
but
as
like
they're walking.
endangered in the sense that you can't hunt them.
No, nothing could hunt them.
You're making this sound like it's a fucking giant jaguar. Like nothing can tame this beast.
Yeah, they're huge. They're huge.
Do you guys think we did about 2 episodes worth?
Maybe
Not
one,
really.
One episode,
What's
One episode?
5?
one decent one.
What's the timer on that camera? I can't see for that far.
I can't see that far either.
It's okay. I'm not gonna get up either.
Hour 33.
No, I'll look.
Hour 33.
Really?
Yeah.
Hour 33? Dude, fuck yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those glasses help.
I think we probably have a pretty good hour.
I still can't see it. Yeah.
I think we could do better stuff though.
I do need glasses though.
I think so too.
Is there any other topics that you guys have been wanting to explore?
I just gotta take a piss. That's all.
Yeah, I
gotta
gotta take a piss. Let's take a piss. Let's
We can cut this episode right here.
For clothes that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener.